everybody, Lisa Walker here. I don't normally obviously get ready in front of everybody, but I'm multitasking today. Just trying to kill two birds with one stone. So don't pay attention, just, you know, or do whatever, I don't care. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about, you know, for those of you who struggle with, I'm not gonna be looking at you guys. I'm looking at getting myself together here. But I wanted to come to you guys today because I wanted to know what your thoughts were about, for those of you that are always like hyper vigilant with your weight. Are you one that's like obsessed with the heck? I'm trying to multitask. But are you somebody who struggles with the number? Like, you're obsessed, like, I have to get to this certain number. If I don't weigh, 110 pounds, I'm going to lose my mind. But maybe you weigh, I don't know, 150. So are you like obsessing with that number? Or are you one of those people that it's like, okay, I can't obsess with the number anymore. I have to think about like my all over health. Am I staying active? Am I getting enough exercise? Am I eating healthy? Am I drinking enough water? Am I doing everything that I need to do to feel better and be healthy? But, maybe the number doesn't reflect that, and maybe you don't get beat up by that. Feeling of frustration or lack of progress, or however you want to word it. Because I can tell you right now that I was someone who was absolutely obsessed with the scale. I mean, I was just like, oh my God, I'm up a pound, I'm down a pound. I'm up 2 pounds, I'm down 2 pounds. It's just the constant, struggle. And, I've always had height going against me. But now I have age going against me. So I'm sorry if that light's really bright. My bedroom's kind of dark. So even though it looks funky on the screen, it looks normal in this mirror that I'm using. So, again, it's not about that. I'm just trying to get ready. So anyway, going back to the whole number thing, I was one of those people. I would totally freak out. Like, why am I not getting to the number that I want? Why am I, struggling so much? Why is it that everybody else can, like Kevin, he's like, oh, I'm going to be in a challenge at work. And, the man can drop 40 pounds by doing basically, nothing new or nothing that I'm not doing already. And yet I could be working my tail off for, good Lord, months on end, and have like a 10th of the results that man has, maybe. And quite honestly, it makes me want to punch him. It's annoying. And I know that sounds very violent, but it's like, son of a gun, guys, come on. It's like I'm working my butt off and my numbers are not showing anything. And it's just like, oh, guess what? I won $100 in the Biggest Loser contest at work. Well, whoop-de-doo-dah, good for you, buddy. Because I've been suffering and giving up everything. Hell, you guys, I even gave up drinking for 2 weeks to see if that would make a difference, and it did not. So for those of you that know about that, y'all know that I was like, well, if I didn't budge the scale, giving up my alcohol for 2 weeks, game is back on, sisters. So I did change it up, though. I did a lot more, I did some research, and I was like, oh, vodka tonic, that has like no carbs and less calories and all that than even my Mick Ultra that I had switched to, because I was one of those fruit drink girls. And then I was like, oh my Lord, all the sugar that's in that. And you know, again, it's not like it made a difference on the scale from my little test that I did, but still, whatever, you know, I'm all about those healthy choices that I keep talking about and little changes. So, so one thing that I have to say made me feel so good. You guys know how hard I've been working, and y'all know that I hit the big 5-0 this year, which, you know, like this year wasn't, you know, full of nonsense as it is, but I had to hit a milestone that's not like, you know, cause for excitement or anything like that. Except for maybe the fact that you hit it, you know, because nowadays, well, you can never take it for granted, but anyways, so I've been sharing my Facebook memories just because, like, you know, I want to show people two things. I want to show people to, number one, never give up on your goals. And sometimes you have to share things that you're not proud of, because it's like, look at how far you've come, right? I'll get my giant jug of water in. First round anyway. Still got finished. I read somewhere you're supposed to drink 100 ounces. Whatever the heck the equivalent of that is, I don't know. But I feel like I'm going to float away if I don't run to the bathroom like every 5 seconds. Which, as you get older, you got to do that anyway. So now I'm running every 2.5 seconds. Look at me doing math. So anyways, that's a little funny for the people that know me. But anyways, you know, I showed a video of me dancing, I don't know how many years ago, and then playing volleyball, probably, who knows, I don't know what the numbers were anymore, but I was just like, I thought I was healthy, I thought I was active, and you know, when those videos and those timeline things pop up, time hop or whatever the heck Facebook calls them, I'm just like, holy crap. You know, that's what I looked like. And I thought that I was pretty healthy, you know, because of what the doctors had said. And, you know, no, you're great. Thyroid's great. You're great. Yada, yada, yada. You know, are you sure that you're not just making the wrong choices? Blah, blah, whatever. No, I'm not making the wrong choices. But apparently I was. So, anyways, I would love to know, number one, like, are you somebody who, A, doesn't care, B, does care but cares about the actual number, or C, cares about just how you feel and the progress that you've made? Because, you know, I've told y'all I get stagnant and stuff with my my numbers sometimes, and that used to frustrate me, and it still, I mean, honestly, it still frustrates me a little bit, but I'm trying to get over that. But my son is going to be getting married next year, and I would not, you know, I don't want to look like a freaking Oompa Loompa. So, you know, some of it is a little bit of vanity, you know, I'll admit that, but some of it is just that I want to feel better. So I have to say, I'm going to call him out. But Alex sent me a text the other day that Brooke had noticed, like, you know, how much weight I had really lost. And I'm down like 35 pounds. So, you know, it's one of those things that when somebody that doesn't normally take notice, notices your accomplishment and actually doesn't keep it to themselves and tells you. I mean, I cannot tell you how happy that made me feel when she noticed it, and then he, I guess, looked at it and was just like, holy cow, Mom. You know, he goes, I cannot believe, I guess because it was like a slow process. he was just like, holy cow, Mom, I really didn't realize how much you really lost, and that you've worked so hard, and that you've stuck with it even when you get frustrated, and that you stuck with it even when it was slow going compared to other people that seem to, you know, lose 20 pounds in a month. So I want to thank both of them for acknowledging it, because it really it made me feel good and made me want to stick to it and keep pushing myself. And you know, obviously there's still a number in my head that I want to get to, but it's also like, you know, how do I feel? And again, with the vanity thing, how do I look in pictures? Because I am not photogenic, guys. I'm not. So, it is what it is. My brothers are photogenic. My father is photogenic. My sister-in-laws are photogenic. My children are photogenic. My nieces and nephews are photogenic. And then there's me, who is not photogenic. And Kevin really isn't either. So we make quite the lovely pair. So anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this. I was just chatting about, like, you know, your goals. Do you struggle with them? How do you push through them? And do you need that little hint of motivation from an outside source? Like, I feel like I'm a pretty strong personality and I can kick myself in the butt, but it still feels good when you get acknowledged somewhere else. And the other comments I've been getting is just in general, like, you know, congrats for, you know, pushing yourself. And maybe it was like an age thing. Maybe it was just like, maybe I was in denial, like, I'm pretty awesome. I don't need to change. Got it. I'm good. That sounds like such an a-hole thing to say, but I was like, I was pretty happy with myself. I was just like, you know, not the worst person on the planet. Maybe not the greatest, but not the worst. And now I'm just like, oh my God, Lise, there's some shiz that you've got to straighten out, you know, because when Jesus comes calling, you better be ready. So again, I'm trying to, like, you know, be more open-minded. I'm trying to not be so judgmental. I'm trying to focus on myself instead of worrying about what other people are doing or not doing. And it's a battle, guys. It's a battle to constantly try to be something that you're striving for, that's not like your natural thing. And also, one of the things that I know that I used to do all the time was, you know, I was always one that would dish out advice, like, you know, like I was some expert. Now, granted, a lot of people came to me for advice, and I was happily dishing it out as though I was some, you know, again, like some professional. And yet I never, and I mean like never, took my own medicine or advice. Because again, remember, I thought I had my act together, right? And like I said, the older I get, I'm just like, Lisa, you just can't keep being that person. At least look for the little things that you can change, that you know, because everybody has some areas that they need improvement on. And I will find myself sometimes just like shaking my head and wanting to say something, but then I was like, zip it, zip it. Don't say it, don't do it. Now, Kevin will sometimes hear, you know, me, that I have to like get it off my chest. I do still have those moments. But every little bit of improvement helps, right? So that being said, I've been yapping for a while, and I hope that I have brought you guys some encouragement. I hope that if you guys have goals that you're trying to reach, whether it's like going back to school or I don't know, whatever it is, everybody has some kind of goals. So if you have goals, don't give up on them, guys. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get there, as long as you're pushing forward and that you're working towards it. So I know it's corny, and I know I've said it, heard it somewhere, but it's just like moving forward and shooting for a goal and failing is still better than never trying at all, you know? So keep that in mind, and I'm going to sign off with that and say happy Friday. I have fun weekend plans, so I'm excited about that. Starting to go out into the world like a normal person. Whoop, whoop. That always makes me happy. So have a great weekend, everybody. And if I have any other insightful, you know, whatever nonsense that flops into my head, I'll be back at you. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Love y'all. Bye.